Hey Grace.
Oh, hey Chelsea, how are you?
Good, good. Aren't you supposed to be filming a video right now?
Oh yeah, I was doing that right now. Yeah. I'm doing it right now. Hi, this is Grace Slocum for Production Fundamentals, Section 2. This is my video response for our framing and exposure assignment. Parts 1 and 2, I experienced very few problems. I thought that it was pretty smooth going. There were just a couple little framing things that I needed to work out. For example, I think like my extreme long shot, I didn't realize at first when I shot my first take of that the subject is supposed to be like approximately like a third of like the frame height. I didn't realize that, and I realized that after I had already shot my first time, so I had to reshoot it again. Other than that, I thought it went pretty good. Yeah, I was pretty proud of like I was moving pretty quickly, and I was taking pretty detailed notes to make sure that everything was filled out for the assignment. I thought it worked pretty well. Moving on to fixed and zoom lenses. Fixed lenses I think are good because you've got less to concern yourself with like monitoring as you're going through it. So section 2 we were at like a steady 50 millimeters like the whole time. You weren't changing that focal length at all. It was one less mistake for me to worry about making. In particular for our group, you know, as people who are learning how to use cameras like this for the first time, I think that fixed lenses are really great for like you actually have to practice physically moving to accommodate your shot every time, and you still do some of that with a zoom lens too, but it's much more, I think, at least to me, it was like more significant when we were working on the fixed lens side of this project. With a zoom lens, you can create this whole variety of shots with your different focal lengths and different distances, which kind of goes into some of the lens compression stuff that I'm going to have to go into in a little bit. Comparing the stuff from part 1 and 2, part 1, like all those shots are supposed to look pretty similar to one another. Like there's little like variations in mind that just come with like trying to reset your position with each shot. But in part 2, it's a bit more of like a progression. So you look at shot 2.1, your subject is obviously like the furthest away, and 2.8, it's the closest. So, but you're also watching the progression of the background as well. There's like all these different details in the background that are changing with each consecutive shot. So lens compression, it kind of distorts your perception of the things in the background a little bit. It's sort of tough to tell like what the actual distance between the subject and the things in the background are. Like I think this is the most obvious in my shots 3.5 and 3.6. I think the tree behind my subject Michael feels very close, when in reality it was like several feet from him. The focal lengths are going to impact how much of the scene is captured like behind the subject, and it does sometimes make the background objects look more compressed and large. I think this is still like 3.5 and 3.6 are my great examples of that, because the objects you can see during that progression are starting to look larger and more compressed and closer to my subject from behind. Throughout this project, I felt pretty good about my exposure. I think that learning about the white balance tool in the camera was something we did pretty early on, and I only like got reminded of that the day that I started shooting on Thursday, which was kind of like a source of stress for me before starting this assignment, because that was the one thing that I thought was like tougher to capture, like because you can memorize, oh, a medium close-up is being able to see this much up of your subject, but like the actual exposure part I felt was like more ambiguous, and I would have loved to have like a refresh of that before we started on with like actually shooting. And on that same note, I think I definitely benefit from like video instructions. I think sometimes in class we go over things like a little bit too quickly, which I think sometimes impacts my understanding of things. I take like fast notes, but sometimes they're so fast that I can't read them anymore, which is not good. I really appreciate video tutorials like the ones about exporting images from Premiere. That was super helpful. I appreciated that. I think I know how to capture like the good notes that I need to take for any future projects. I appreciated working with my partner, who was very helpful, and we managed to negotiate like working on weekends and figuring out how to take things out of the lab with very few problems. So that was good. I give this project 8.5 out of 10. I would like to offer a special thank you to my roommate Chelsea, who is still sitting behind me since the last take that I took of this, who helped me with a lot of editing and decor for my desk, and she assisted in filming the introduction and blooper reel of this assignment. I hope that this was to your liking, and I hope that a blooper reel at the end of this assignment is not inappropriate, but I wanted to exemplify that I did have fun and I attempted some form of creativity. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, and that will be all. I was trying very hard to be. Damn, I'm dumb as for a very special thanks to my roommate Chelsea, who is sitting behind me, who also helped me a lot with some editing stuff and assisted me with the blooper reel. There is a blooper reel to this assignment. Thank you very much. She also provided me with this very nice microphone, whose light died some time ago. Can I still turn it on? Thank you very much, and I hope that this was to your liking. Yo! Yo! Film crew!
Oh.
And a very, very special note that I forgot to add is that during one of my shots, for the over-the-shoulder shot, I think it was the first of two for the first shot that I tried, there was just straight up the other camera and like another guy's arm that was like in the shot, which was really bad, and I should have paid more attention to that. I did reshoot that shot, and it's not in my presentation at all, obviously, because that's not like doing the project wrong was not a part of the rubric that we were supposed to be following. So I did fix it, but I was really, really mad that I wasn't paying more attention at the time. So I will do that differently in the future if ever we do that again, because that was horrific. And I think that is about all. This was bad. I'm gonna have to redo some of this.